Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. Today's show is sponsored by HexClad. You can get 10% off with the promo code CHAT. We'll tell you more about HexClad coming up later on in the show. Today, I'm going to lay out the perfect plan for the Seattle Seahawks prior to training camp. There's still a few more things left that need to be done for this team before they fully go into camp. We'll tell you what those are coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do that, though, as the Seahawks get ready for the 2023 NFL season, let's get spicy in the comment section today, folks. Give me your hottest take on the Seahawks entering 2023. The hotter the take, the better, okay? Make it spicy for me. Tell me what your hottest take is for the Seahawks. Could be positive, could be negative. I don't care. Just give me a hot take that you have for the Seahawks entering this season and let me know. So here's how this is going to work. I have a 5-step plan for what the Seahawks still need to do prior to training camp, of how the perfect finish to the offseason should go for the Seahawks, of what they need to do and how this should all come together. So let's go ahead and get started right from the top. To me, it begins with re-signing Shelby Harris. I would love to see Shelby Harris back in a Seahawks uniform in 2023. And you look at Shelby Harris. This is a guy that I think when you look at the Seahawks last year and the problems that they had in the front seven, Shelby Harris was not one of those. And I know that the Seahawks have spent some money on that defense, and you wonder how much they have left to spend at this late in the ballgame. I don't think he could cost you that much. I would like to see Shelby Harris make a return and be a part of this team and have a role in this defense in some way, shape, or form, as far as I'm concerned. I think it would help out a lot if you had Shelby Harris around as far as that goes. Phil Golds, the SB Nation site that covers the Seahawks, had this to say about the idea of bringing Shelby Harris back. Seahawks had some notable issues on defense last season, of course. Harris was not one of them. Having released him, Shelby remains unsigned with a position group that could use the reinforcements. The Seahawks certainly could use him. The question remains, will they? Harris joined the Seahawks last year from the Russell Wilson trade. After the season, back on March 14th, he was released. That cleared some cap space to bring in the likes of Bobby Wagner and Draymond Jones and the others that the Seahawks brought in. And he ended up this past season in 2022 starting 14 of the 17 games, had 44 tackles, 2 sacks, and 4 pass breakups. Shelby was very solid for this Seahawks team and could make a difference as far as I'm concerned and not have a huge price tag as far as that goes. So I'd like to see Shelby Harris back. What about you, though? Prediction time. Do you think Shelby Harris is going to come back to the Seahawks in 2023? Let us know in the comment section. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Will Shelby Harris make a return or not? Tell me what you think. Y for yes, N for no, if Shelby Harris is coming back or not. All right, guys, it's time to talk about your kitchen. And no, I'm not talking about your roommate's dishes in the sink. Today's sponsor, HexClad, has revolutionized the cookware industry with a hybrid pan that gives you all the convenience and cleanup of nonstick, the versatility of your grandma's cast iron, and a lifetime warranty just in case you find a way to destroy them. Use promo code CHAT at hexclad.com/chat for 10% off. HexClad truly checks every single box when it comes to picking your cookware. They are metal utensil safe, dishwasher safe, and oven safe up to 500 degrees. Don't just take my word for it. Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay uses them at home too, saying the sear I get with these pans is incredible with absolutely no stick. The temperature control is utter perfection, and the cleanup is effortless. I love using HexClad at home. Check this out, folks. They are the sexiest pans on the market. Don't they look good? Look at that right there. Score points at home. It's time to stop ordering delivery food and start cooking like a big boy with HexClad. Real cuisine isn't made in microwaves. It's cooked in a HexClad. For a limited time, get 10% off with our special link. That's hexclad.com/chat. That's 10% off at HEXCLAD.com/chat with promo code chat at checkout. Here's a look at the pans. I did not hit Big Tex in the head with these, contrary to popular belief. And why did I not do that? Because these look too nice. I would not want to damage this pan by hitting Big Tex with this. Even as much as I would like to sometimes, I will not. So why don't you get one of these nice-looking pans so you can make some fine foods and be looking stylish at the same time as well. HexClad.com/chatsports for 10% off with the promo code chat at checkout for more. Number 2 on our list for the perfect plan for the offseason for your Seattle Seahawks is finding help on the interior of the defensive line. This is a message that I have been preaching on this channel for months. For months, I tell you. We thought it was going to happen on draft night with Jalen Carter. Didn't happen. They went with Devin Witherspoon. That was fine. But then it just never happened. And there are a couple options out there still. And for me, thinking about this, okay, Cameron Young, if he develops, that's great. But you still need depth. We don't know about Brian Monet's status. Here's a couple of guys. Quinnen Williams of the Jets. Price tag, though, awfully high. Assets and also what you'd have to give up, what you'd have to pay him as far as that goes. Grover Stewart, going to be a little bit cheaper. Doubted player, but not a bad idea for the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like the Colts are shopping him around. Then you go to the free agent market. Matt Ioannidis is intriguing to me. We've talked about him a few times on this channel. He's still sitting out there. I mean, he's not a Pro Bowl talent, but he's not a bad player either. Ndamukong Suh, I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but he is a future Hall of Famer with Pacific Northwest ties. And then Linval Joseph, who's had a nice career as well. He's available in free agency at this point in time. So we'll see if they grab up any one of those 5. All of them, I think, would go a long way for the Seahawks team to get the help they're looking for there in the interior of the D-line. Number 3 on our perfect plan for the Seahawks as they go the rest of the way through this offseason into training camp. This one is kind of out of their control, but it would certainly help this team. If Tariq Woolen, Jordyn Brooks, and Jamal Adams can all get healthy, okay? These 3 are pivotal pieces for this Seahawks defense as far as I'm concerned. Tariq Woolen, he had knee surgery. This was a couple months back. He's expected to return in time for camp. So unless there's a setback of some sorts or the recovery doesn't go as well, Tariq Woolen should be fine. Everything should be okay with him. So that's good. Now the other 2, though, Jordyn Brooks, remember, got injured very late in the season last year. We've heard from Pete Carroll. We've heard from the coaching staff. They're optimistic about when he comes back, that he'll be able to play for the Seahawks this year and all of that. But the timetable still remains unknown as far as that goes. Jamal Adams, meanwhile, his injury, remember, that occurred week 1 of 2023, or 2022, rather. And you would think, in theory, time should be on his side for that recovery, but his timetable is still unknown for when his return will be. So you'd like to have those guys back, get them in camp, get them in workouts, be ready to go, and go from there. But we'll see how that plays out. You need all 3 of those guys. I would like to see them back. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. I want to know, a quick survey, what does Seattle need to accomplish before training camp? We've laid out a few things. I still got more to get to as far as that perfect plan goes. But what do you think it is? What do they need to accomplish before camp? Tell me in the comments section what you think the Seahawks need to do to sure things up before the season officially begins. Let me know in the comments section. Folks, we're talking about your Seattle Seahawks each and every day here on Seahawks Today with daily news and rumors, breaking news, mailbags, live shows, watch parties, and more. And if you subscribe, the best part about it is it doesn't cost you a thing. Absolutely, 100% positively free. Everyone's favorite price. Subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. If the Seahawks make a move, we're going to be the first to tell you about it here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, and you'll be glad you did. Number 4 on this list is in relation to number 3, and that's finding help at the inside linebacker spot. Hear me out on this. We don't know when Jordyn Brooks is coming back. And as the days go by, I think Imagine Dragons had a song called that. As the days go by and we don't know the status, then you have to start thinking about other options. And I know what you're thinking. Well, wait, isn't that what you got Bobby Wagner and Devin Bush for? Correct. But then you need backups. You need guys behind them, potentially. Or maybe you even start thinking a step further. Hey, Jordyn Brooks, do you want him around long term? The Seahawks already declined his fifth-year option. Is he going to be the same player off the ACL injury? Maybe you start to think about guys that are potentially even better than Jordyn Brooks. Whatever it may be, now you have to consider it at least to get that inside linebacker help. Here's some notable names. Devin White of the Bucs. He requested a trade a while back from Tampa Bay. He's still there. He's a possibility. Patrick Queen of the Baltimore Ravens. Remember, very similar situation to Jordyn Brooks. The Ravens declined his fifth-year option. He's played some really good football, but he hasn't played to his full potential at this point in time, and he wants to get paid. Then you go to the free agent route. Jalen Smith, I think, is better than Devin Bush, or at least just as good. I think he could come in and compete for playing time right away and be a nice piece, and at the very least have a backup equivalent of Devin Bush would be nice. Then you have some others. Jayan Brown is an option. He's a free agent. He should be pretty cheap. Zach Cunningham also available as well. So there's some notable inside linebacker options if the Seahawks decide to go that route as far as that goes. Last on this list of the perfect offseason plan for the Seahawks is they have to figure out what they're going to do with Dee Eskridge, one way or the other. And, you know, somebody once told me, in life, you either have to take a poop or get off the pot at some point, right? There's another word for that, but I'll keep it clean for the kids watching today. What are you going to do with Dee Eskridge? Are you going to keep him? Are you going to trade him? Or are you going to cut him? I would like to see Dee Eskridge stay around, personally speaking, because you've spent a second-round pick on him. You've invested too much to just give up on him already. I know that Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to be your number 3 receiver, but whether it's Dee Eskridge playing the wide receiver spot, what he was drafted for, maybe it's the kick return game. Heck, he's played corner before. I mean, find a way to use Dee Eskridge. I would like to give him one more shot and see if he can make something work. I mean, he's extremely versatile. I mean, you're looking at a guy that led all of college football in 2020 in all-purpose yards. But what does he have to show for it in his first 2 seasons in Seattle? A grand total of 17 catches for 122 yards. Dee Eskridge has got to do more. The scouting report on him coming out, I go back to this. This is from Lance Erline. He can rise up and get the tall throws, but catching through contact is where he's likely to struggle. He has gadget potential in the quick game and is a potentially dangerous kick returner. But his biggest selling point might be as a field stretcher from the slot. So, can you find something? Can you throw him in somewhere? Just get him on the field and let him do his thing? We'll see what that role is. So, what would you do with Dee Eskridge? Are you still in on Dee Eskridge, or are you giving up on him? What should the Seahawks do? Should they keep him, or should they trade him? Let me know in the comment section. Type K for keep, type T for trade. What do you think in the comment section? Weigh in and let me know what you would do with Dee Eskridge. So to recap before we go, our 5-step perfect plan for the Seahawks before training camp begins. Re-sign Shelby Harris, bring him back. Find some help on the interior of the D-line. Woolen, Brooks, Adams, guys get healthy, get on out there. Seahawks need you. Need you on the football field. Find some help at the inside linebacker spot, and that's where the Brooks thing comes into the fold as well. And then also figure out what are you going to do with Dee Eskridge one way or the other. Before we go, football almost here. It's almost football time in Seattle. Predict the Seahawks record in 2023. What will it be? You tell me in the comments section and let me know. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live. That's where you can find me, and I'll see you next time right here on Seahawks.